right, y'all. They ain't ready for this. Let's show them who's boss, baby.
That is a very confident team by the sound of it in their huddle. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and by my side, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. It's Indiana taking on Boston. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what do you think we're going to be looking for in this one from David West?
He's a bruiser, Kevin. I mean, that's the main thing that jumps out at me, the size and the strength, the intensity that he brings. You can always count on him, especially in the paint. He's going to bring that muscle.
And I don't know of too many other players who are as solid as he is in the low post. Just watch how many times he'll get his man to go for his fake and leave his feet. He gets him up in the air and takes advantage of it.
It's got to be a relief to see Jared Sullinger back in uniform, looking healthy and ready to contribute. Rondo against Fisher. Rondo passes to Brandt. The feed to Green. Paul George with the steal. Fisher finished off the break. Fisher's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Pacers.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys. You know, it's always strange to see how a team will react when they lose one of their biggest stars. Last season, Celtics were thought to be dead in the water when Rondo tore his ACL, but they actually rallied and went on the winning streak after the injury.
Clock at 4. Here's Humphries. From outside, off the mark. Now, here is George. Here's Fisher. Another shot, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Well, Clark, as you said, with Rondo and the Celtics, they would go on to win the next 7 right after his injury. And overall, Steve played better than expected the rest of the way.
Sometimes that's the way these things go, Kevin. A star player goes down, everybody else kind of steps up, and instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they use it as a rallying cry. And all those role players for Boston really picked up the extra slack, and I thought they made a great push to end that season after the Rondo injury.
Green dishes to Humphries.
Well, you know, Chris Humphries signed by the Nets last season to that 2-year, $24 million contract. Didn't quite live up to the expectations, at least offensively, because in that part of his game, his numbers went south. Rebounding the ball, he was good as ever.
Fisher with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
And Kevin, he was amazing defensively as well. I mean, he was racking up steals left and right. Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
And for Humphries, a tough season. He fell in and out of the rotation.
And he's been pretty consistent over the last 5, maybe 6 seasons. So we'll see if he's able to return to his normal numbers where he's a starting caliber big man.
George against Bradley. He feeds it to Rondo. Tipped away. 6 on the shot clock. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Here's Fisher after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Here's West. Jared Sullinger pulls it in. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Knicks in New York.
And Kevin, they were able to keep that game relatively close, but you could tell things were not clicking for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, it could have been worse, though. I mean, they didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be listless.
Now, here's Green. 17 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Well, he earned that one, took the hit, and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus. Jeff Green, drafted out of Georgetown by the Celtics back in 2007. Actually never played a game for them. Was traded to Seattle in exchange for Ray Allen. But in 2011, Boston reacquired him in exchange for Kendrick Perkins. So it's come full circle for the young man, and I think he's starting to find his groove as an NBA player.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
I asked him which player he was most worried about, and his answer was immediate: Rajon Rondo. He said Rondo's ability to take control of games with his defense and his playmaking make it tough to mitigate what he can do on the floor. We'll see if he has something up his sleeve, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And for Jeff Green in Seattle and Oklahoma City playing alongside Kevin Durant, Green, Steve ended up at the power forward position, and I thought he was thriving with Boston.
Yeah, I like that position for him, actually, because when you put him at the small forward, offensively, he's limited. You put him at the 4, now he can drive right around his man and use his speed and quickness. But defensively, he can guard pretty much anybody out there size-wise.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Now here's Rondo after the miss from Fisher. Misses from close range.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Gives him the lead pass. Kicks it out to Granger. Pass to Fisher. Feeds it to Hibbert. Rondo against Fisher. Pass to Bradley. The Celtics working the ball around now. Sullinger with the bucket. Pacers trail by 3. Now Fisher. Hibbert with a screen on Rondo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Indiana, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. When you look at the numbers, impressive.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Pacers. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to San Antonio.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Pacers trail by 4. Here's Fisher. Kicks it out to Granger. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
A chance now to take a look at how the Pacers are doing, Kevin, here early in the season. First in assists, first in steals, and they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and the one thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all these stats, Clark, is the assists. And this is a team that has been very unselfish. They're sharing the ball, they're moving, they're really getting a good flow to their offense. And as a result, they're finding pretty high percentage shots almost every possession.
Rondo kicks to Sullinger. He's against Hibbert. Outside for Rondo. This one for 3. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. Clark, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And you'd think this is a favorable matchup for them, but last year anyway, that was not at all the case.
Here's Fisher. Kicks it out to Granger. There's the triple. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Fisher's got his 3rd assist on the night. That's tipped. Fisher against Rondo. Kicks to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Bradley gets a screen from Green. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Well, some great passers have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. Well, you look at Fisher, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And as the freshman class goes, he's got the highest basketball IQ of anybody. That's why he's at the top of those assist rankings.
Yeah, we would say he's got a geezer's game, old man game. He sees the court like a vet. Sometimes I forget that he's only a rookie.
Pacers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Outside, George. And the Pacers another 3.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other. Indiana had perhaps the toughest defense in the league. They just didn't have any weaknesses defensively. If you attacked them inside, they were able to challenge you at the rim. You tried to shoot over them, they were challenging you with their length on the perimeter. And they didn't back down. So it's not a surprise they were near the top in every defensive category.
Now here's Rondo, averaging 13 points a contest. The dish to Lee. The 3. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. Hibbert's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Clark, the numbers back up what you were saying about the Pacers. A lot of stat heads will look at opponents' effective field goal percentage as a measuring stick for defense. And the Pacers, Steve, were the best in the league at that.
Well, they passed the eye test, that's for sure, Kevin. I mean, they challenge every shot. They get out to the three-point line. They block shots at the rim. And there's a reason this team was so good at the defensive end.
Inside it's Sellinger and Humphries. The guards, Rajon Rondo and Courtney Lee. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Gets it to go. Green's got 4 this quarter.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Granger, a screen on Rondo. Fisher, the pass to George. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. The Pacers making a switch here. Scola's checked in. Fisher against Rondo. The 3 from George. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Fisher's got 6 assists now in the game.
And you know, you talk about Frank Vogel, guys, and the Pacers. It seemed he won over his roster from the moment he took over. He placed a lot of confidence and trust in his players, and most importantly, brought a breath of positivity and positive energy to that locker room and to that team.
Clock at 6. Here's Humphries. And not sure what he was thinking there. Pacers leading by 3. Scola, a screen on Rondo. Fisher dishes to Copeland. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Hibbert with the screen. And Fisher kicks to George. The pass to Fisher. Hibbert with a screen on Rondo. Fisher, the pass to George. Off target with his 3. And back to Vogel, he really helped instill the identity of this Pacers team of toughness and defense and, Steve, that willingness to battle.
Yeah, it's a perfect fit with their personnel. The way he motivates this team to defend and play with that edge. I just love this group, the Pacers team, the talent, along with Frank Vogel. Just a really nice fit.
And Indiana making a change here. Rangers checked in. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, baddest one in the last outing against the Knicks was just a man on a mission. He dropped in 15 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way, and he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it was his night, he just attacked relentlessly.
The drive by Green. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hill's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They host the 76ers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
A lot of fans focused on that Philadelphia matchup. Big game for them. Now they've settled into a pretty nice groove here offensively in the second quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they picked up the pace shooting the ball. I mean, the field goal percentage upwards of 50% now.
Brooks dishes to Rondo. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
Hill gets a screen from Fisher. Granger kicks to Fisher. Granger, a screen on Rondo. Fisher, the pass to Granger, goes up on the wing, and it's Bradley with the rebound.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
The second effort. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Celtics have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And Rondo drops them both. Right side, George. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Pacers lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the third quarter. But right now, it's time for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And welcome to halftime, everyone. Great one underway in Boston. The Pacers have been rolling along. They're off to a good start this season, playing with confidence. They're racking up the assists, great passing in the early going. David West has been going at it effortlessly against this Boston defense. He's got 8 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists, look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. And still in it, the Celtics hanging around. Their advantage in free throw percentage has given them a significant edge. That will be all for us. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Take a look at what Granger's done. 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Now, a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
On the court for Indiana. Down low, West and Hibbert. George and Granger on the perimeter. And it's Fisher in at the 1 spot. Outside Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Bradley. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. Granger's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, when Danny Granger was out with injury last season, he saw that the Pacers team had become really Paul George's and Roy Hibbert's team as they became the new faces. While some would throw a fit about it, Granger said he was proud of them and happy to take a lesser role. He just wants to get back out there.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Back to Humphries. He kicks to Rondo. He tries for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got his 6th rebound on the night. And when Granger is healthy, Steve, he's certainly a great player.
Well, you love his versatility, his ability to play both ends of the floor. A tough defender who can guard multiple positions. Offensively, he can put it on the floor, get to the rim. He's got 3-point range, but really an excellent all-around player.
Celtics trail by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And here's Humphries, averaging 13 points a contest. Rondo against Fisher. Lets it go with the 3. Boston again missing.
Well, you know, it was last season that started the dissolution of the Big 3 in Boston. Ray Allen leaving for Miami. That definitely ruffled some feathers with his former teammates, and they tried to replace him by committee at the shooting guard position and really had mixed results.
West a screen on Rondo. Here's Fisher outside for George. Passes it to Fisher. Picked by West. Fisher dishes to West. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And despite losing Ray Allen, the Celtics shot more three-pointers last season.
Well, they added a couple of guys who could shoot threes, but remember, this is, over the last 5-6 years, has not been a high-volume three-point shooting team. It's been Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, and that's about it. So I think with this new crop of talent, I think you'll see Boston casting a lot more threes into the next few years.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Takes the lead pass. And Jared Sullinger, the bucket on the assist by Bradley. Bradley's got 3 assists in the game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. West a screen on Rondo. Fisher, the pass to West. He got right to the cup using that screen. West has got 12.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Number 4, Danny Granger.
Those are some tremendous athletes, as we're used to seeing at that spot on the floor. You know, they can pretty much all give phenomenal individual performances on any given night.
And most nights, that's exactly what they do. Every team wants and needs scoring from the small forward position. All of the players on that list provide it.
Pacers leading by 4. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
It's still early on in the season, Kevin. But let's take some time to look at where the Celtics sit right now. 4th in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in assists. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
To me, offense is all about getting good shots, and you can't get good shots unless you're taking care of the ball. And Clark, you talked about those turnover numbers, the lack thereof. I mean, that's impressive. This is a very well-coached, disciplined team.
3 on the clock. Sullinger, no good.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Fisher with the ball. Dishes it to George. He passes to West. Sullinger's there. 6 to shoot. West kicks to Fisher. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. Hibbert. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Outside, Green. Rondo against Fisher. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. The 10-footer misses off the right iron. Pacers leading by 4. Bradley against George. West. Granger outside. Indiana moving the ball around. Picked by West. Fisher dishes to West. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We look at Indiana. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Celtics, a game behind.
Looking at Indiana, they've been playing some winning basketball here in the early going. I like what I've seen. They've showed no signs of slowing down from last season.
Well, this is a team that knows itself and knows what it's capable of. They just got to keep working and continuing to improve.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, thank you. The Celtics, with the departure of Doc Rivers, going young at their head coaching position. They signed Butler University head coach Brad Stevens, 37 years of age. He may be young, but he's very accomplished. He won an NCAA Division I record.
Green passes to Crawford. He dishes it to Rondo. Rondo against Fisher.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
and we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Pacers have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
It was certainly a slow start to the season for the Pacers. Their veteran and leading scorer, Danny Granger, was on the shelf with a knee injury, but somehow this team found its identity around defense and the emergence of some younger players that may serve them well going forward. You get Danny Granger back with the young, emerging talent, this team should contend for a while.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
West covered by Humphries, and that one's good. 14 points for David West.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
And we've reached the end of the third.
Come to where the action is. See your Pacers up close and personal. Always great to see baddest one doing what he does best. Make sure to be there. Remember, you are the home court advantage.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second-chance points they've been able to get.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston. Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Jeff Green and Chris Humphries at the forwards. And it's Sullinger in at the center.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
Shot clock at 6. West gets the bucket. Now Rondo. There's the feed to Humphries. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Humphries. Clock at 6. Pass to Rondo. The 17-footer. They get it back. Goes back up. No good on the layup.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Hibbert with the screen. Fisher with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury. A lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up standing pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You know, you want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
And stolen by Fisher. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Well, an exciting player, Kevin. Incredible agility, and even when you think you have him stymied, he's great at maintaining his body control in midair and still getting a good shot off.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, Jared Sullinger was one of the top prospects in the 2012 draft, but concerns about his back dropped him to the 21st pick by Boston. And, you know, those concerns were well-founded. He ended up going under the knife in February after a back issue in Boston. He did play well, though, prior to that injury.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Back to Sullinger. He'd been playing pretty much all season in pain, showing a lot of grit and toughness, I thought, Clark, as the season wore on.
Yeah, Kevin, and the good news as his back recovers is that his game was never really based on his leaping ability. His game is low to the ground, based on savvy and skill. He's strong, powerful, and again, very skilled. So the recovery prognosis is good, and I think he's looking forward to a long and productive career. He's a really good basketball player.
He feeds it to Humphries. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Humphries has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Rejected by Humphries. Granger kicks to Fisher. Feeds to West. Pass to Fisher. 5 to shoot. Tries again. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Pacers lead by 5.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Rondo kicks to Sullinger. There's the dish to Humphries. And there's the pass to Rondo. From beyond the arc. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a chance now to check out the schedule for Indiana. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Timberwolves game. That should be a close game.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Indiana. Scola, a screen on Rondo. Fisher dishes to Granger. Kicks it to Fisher. Hibbert with a screen on Rondo. Here's Fisher. Great D that time from Rondo.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul, second team foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Rondo passes to Sullinger. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Screen by Scola. Here's Fisher. Second chance shot. And Scola puts it in.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Granger, good.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Here's Rondo. Sullinger, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And that's now 10 points for baddest one. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Fisher. He kicks it to Hibbert. Gets it to go. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Rondo. Pass to Sullinger. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, we saw the promise last season, Jared Sullinger, a wide body with a really high basketball IQ. Just very skilled as a passer and a low-post scorer.
David West, he's checked in for Luis Scola. He hits the second from the line. And for Jared Sullinger, he may have slipped in the draft, but a great situation, Clark, a lot of people feel for him in Boston.
Could not agree more. I tell you, playing alongside Kevin Garnett, played for Doc Rivers in his first year. I mean, you're going to learn a lot from those two. about how to play in the NBA. I think he's ahead of his years as far as his basketball acumen. He's what we call an old head. Really has a nice understanding of the game.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of foul.
Now here's Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Shot is no good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's his third personal foul. 4th team foul.
And here's Humphries. And Sullinger kicks to Humphries. He passes to Rondo. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And George with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Big game for the Hawks today, guys. You know their fans are hoping they can pull that one out.
Hibbert with a screen on Rondo. Fisher with the ball. Sullinger picks him up. Granger, good.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Celtics trail by 17. Bradley with the ball to the middle. Here's Rondo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rondo's got 10 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Hibbert hits the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 17.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Outside Rondo. Rondo off the pick from Humphries. Bradley. The offensive rebound. And finished off by Sullinger.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just is one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up. Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Celtics trail by 17. The drive by Rondo. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Outside Bradley. It's rebounded by Indiana.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And George kicks to Fisher. Hibbert with a screen on Rondo. Granger outside. Fisher up top. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 12. Here's West. Banked in off the glass. West has got 9 points in the quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Rondo against Fisher. The drive by Rondo. He used that pick to get in close.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Pacers leading by 17. Fisher.
Jared Sullinger. That's his second shooting. Fisher. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Some changes for Indiana. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Dishes to Bass. The feed now to Bogans. Pass to Brooks. Celtics passing it around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Now Fisher. He dishes it to Copeland. Rejected by Bass. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Here's Fisher. Doubled by Crawford. Fisher dishes to Scola. A second chance effort. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. The free throw drops for Scola. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 16. Crawford with the ball. Now defended by Fisher.
Jordan Crawford. Will be at the line shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Crawford. Here's Fisher. He feeds it to Copeland. Right side hill. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just hit.
You picked up 14 assists tonight. In fact, you were really moving the ball well from start to finish. How much of a factor do you think that had in the win?
Man, my teammates made it easy for me tonight. I just had to stay ready and feed them the ball at the right time, and they did the rest. It's nice to see our offense functioning at such a high level, you know? We just got to try to maintain this level of play as long as we can. If we can keep it up, we're going to be tough to beat, baby.